Hey everyone, back again. Gonna try our luck one more time. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better. I'm gonna do homemade bread today because I'm gonna have a pineapple Hawaiian chicken, whichever you want to call it. But it's pretty good. So I'm gonna show you how I make my homemade bread. And first of all, of course I have to use my recipe book because I can't remember all these. I need to put a little bit of water. Let me see. In a large bowl, I'm going to dissolve a tablespoon of sugar in warm water. So I need 2 cups of warm water, Delmer. About like babies. For the baby, you know how you used to take your bottle and shake it out on your wrist. Listen, sometimes Delmer has to help me with my hair, and when he rinses it, sometimes he scalds me, and sometimes he freezes me. So I don't know. I don't want that water. I want that water taken out because I don't like using water out of the sink because it's foggy. So we're going to get some bottled water right here. And I'm always going to use filtered water. And we're going to put it in the microwave for about, probably it's room temperature because I keep this water room temperature. But I don't use I try not to use the water out of the sink. He does, but I don't. It's just the difference in a man and a woman. You know, there's a book out about that. I never did read it. I probably should have. I might have been able to understand him a little bit better. Or he might have been able to understand me better. But God only knows. But I hate to keep you waiting that long, but this bread is well worth waiting on. I love it. I give this recipe to everybody and they come back for more. So, let's see. I already washed my hands. That's why I'm sitting here like a surgeon waiting on my water. He's pretty good about waiting on me. Good thing. So.
Read off all your ingredients.
Yeah, I'll read off my ingredients to you while we're doing this. Need 2 cups of warm water, 110 degrees. Half a cup of white sugar. 1 1/2 tablespoon of active dry yeast. That just means a pack of yeast, if you really don't know what I'm talking about. And 1 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 5 to 6 cups of flour. And you can use all-purpose flour or bread flour. Well, today I'm going to use the bread flour. Actually, tell you the truth, I didn't sit down here, honey.
Fill it.
That's hot. But we can't do nothing about that. So I've never used the bread flour until this time, and I really like it. They say the moisture in the air and stuff makes a difference in your bread. I'm not smart enough to know that. All I do is fix it, and the good Lord takes care of all my mistakes. And it's raining out, so we'll see how this comes out. But when the water cools down and we get the yeast in, we're gonna pour it in here, and you'll see, and I'll stir it a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna pour some in this bowl. Have you to show them that?
Just pour it all in there.
No, I'm not going to do that. Can I do it? Can I do it my way? See, it's his way or no way. Anyway, got this little bit of water in here. Now that's cool enough. I'm going to open this pack. You'll shake you around a little bit.
You want to get you opening the pack or no?
Well, I think they got enough sense to know how to open a pack. Let's see, I just put now. Are you down here?
Put sugar in there.
I'm going to. Lord have mercy. How much sugar did I say I needed?
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
That's what it says, isn't it?
I don't know, Delmer, you've confused me.
Okay, tablespoon.
Yeah, I thought it was a tablespoon. The sugar helps activate the yeast.
That's,
Listen, he wants to be exact. I'm not an exact person. My stuff comes out good. My kids likes it. And this is why every day when we cook together, since he's retired, we fight like children. So we're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm not gonna keep you on here. But you see how I stirred it around? When we come back, I'm gonna show you how it foams. How to be foamy like. And I've got my oven on because I'm gonna put my bread in the oven and let it rise. So I'll tell you all about that later. Okay, see you in a little bit. Hey, now we're back on, and this is, see how foamy it is? That tells me my yeast is active and it all should work good. I just I'm gonna take the rest of this water, and we just done it with the thermometer. It's over there. Delmer showed me. Give me that thermometer. I used this thermometer. I put it in, and it's, you know, you don't want it over, you do not want it above 110. And it was like 107, so I'm going to put it in. Rest of my water. And then I'm going to start,
which oil?
I'm going to do, let's see.
Sugar.
I'm going to put my sugar in. And then I'm going to mix my oil in, which is I'm going to use olive oil, and I'm going to use 1/4 of a cup. And I thought Delmer had that out for me, but apparently he don't.
I kept asking you which one you're going to use.
And I told you.
You did not until just
Listen,
then.
I did tell him, just don't pay attention to him. 1/4 of a cup of oil. And that's good. You don't have to get every little drip out of it. Don't wet that yet, please. Too
Yeah,
late.
because it's done.
Salt. I need salt. I knew I needed
It's
something.
right there beside of you.
The thing of it is, I need
1
1.5 teaspoon of salt. I'm shaky, so I have Delmer to pour this out for me because I don't want to get it too salty. And I'm trying to be nice to him, but he's really making it hard. He's been difficult to work with today. Maybe he's not getting enough attention. Are you not getting enough attention? Is that what it is? Come over
I
here.
get plenty from you.
Anyway, he's going to give us 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then we're going to start doing the all-purpose flour. Or, well, I'm going to use the bread flour. And as I said, this is the first time I've ever used it. Did they see that?
Well, I would hope so, but I can't look at it and see this dump it too.
That's okay. We did one the other night, and all he was watching me. He wasn't watching what I was doing. And all you see is little blimpy me running around, and you don't see nothing in the cookers. So, anyway, we're going to stir this up. It'll be good and stirred. And honey, is this thin seen real good?
Yeah, you can see what's in the bowl.
Okay, you come over here and dump me in
A cup of
my
flour.
I don't want you on that side. I want you to walk over here.
Well, I know, but I.
Oh, okay. He's going to do it from that side, guys.
Well,
Anyway.
if you quit moving stuff around.
Oh, well, I forget. Throw me some flour in there.
Well, do you mind? I have to read it first.
Dump it. Dump. Very good. Very good. Don't put any more in it until I tell you to.
All right, see you later. I'm gonna whisper something.
No, it'll all work out. We gotta knead it. Put me another thing in. That's 2. Put me another one in. It's all going to break down. That's 3. Now wait, don't you dump it until I tell you to. Okay.
You want me to dub it?
Yeah, please.
How many is that?
That's 4. Here, you can start stirring it. Now it starts getting too rough for me because I'm old. So, my Delmer starts stirring it. And then I'm going to take my little book with me because I don't want him reading it. Because he adds, or he tells me I've done something wrong. Hurry up, you ain't got all day. Got that in there? Is it mixed?
Well, best I can do.
Okay. Put another cup in there. Okay, now what we're going to do, guys, is just as soon as he gets it mixed, we're going to start kneading it, and for 7 minutes. Okay, throw you out a little bit of fire right here. Oh, he's got the thing in there. Throw it right in there. Here, I'll use my hands to get it off. That's good. He acts like you gotta get it all out. That's good.
It's all
Stop.
gonna go back in the bowl.
Yeah, I know. Now you need to squish it down. And see how he's doing it? He's folding it over and then pushing it out. And he's going to do this for 7 minutes. And if he needs a little bit more dough, he's going to, or flour, he's going to get some. A lot of people does this just in their bowl, and I do normally. But I wanted you all to be able to see this.
Can you even see it?
I don't know. I'm too tall. Stop and look and see. Oh yeah, you can see what you're doing.
I'm getting sticky. I need a little bit more flour out.
We'll reach your pretty little hand in there and get that cup.
That cup ain't in there.
That's enough. You don't want it dry. You just don't want it sticking. This is pretty simple to make. Use the heel of your hands, Delmer. That's it. That's a good feller.
Okay, you want to get me some more flour out? Because I'm sticking everywhere now.
Well, just put your pan out. You want it a little sticky.
A little sticky, but not where it's sticking.
I'm going to have to take over because, of course, my son's really good about kneading this bread, but he's not here, so his bread is so good. But of course, that's because I'm not fixing it. So hopefully this one will be good too. Don't worry about that. Lord help me before I kill him.
You may want a little bit more flour.
You can't knead them too long. Hand kneading them, but you can with mixers and stuff. So, you know, we're just, sometimes you have to do these a little bit longer if you hand mix them, but that's why I have the men to do it. You could have just reached down there and got a freaking...
No, wait, shut up.
Hey,
Go.
guys, our camera went off because of our 3 o'clock minutes and it kicked us off. What we did is, after Delmer got through, we went ahead and put it back in its bowl. We put oil all over it, and we dampened a clean towel we put on it, and we put it in the oven because it's a nice warm spot. And I preheated the oven to like 170, and it's got a double in size. And we'll click this on for an hour, and we'll be back in a little bit. Or you can have it in there longer. It really doesn't matter.
Okay, it's been kindled for 7 minutes. It's set in the oven and raised, doubled up in size. So now we're going to punch it down and kindle it for a minute and divide it into a couple of halves to make loaves. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of flour out here. Maybe. Just kindle it for about a minute. Same way I did it for the 7 minutes before. good. I'm gonna spray 2 bread pans. Now we're going to cut the loaf in half. Try to. Now I'll just shape them into loaves. And throw them in the pans. I don't know, but anyway, there they are. Now they have to set and rise again until they come up over about an inch up over top of the pans here. I'm gonna set them over on the stove and let them rise. We'll be back later. Okay, so it says to let the bread rise until it's about an inch above the pans. And then put it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And it's raised enough right now, I believe. It's taking a little bit longer because it's rained out today. And I'm preheating the oven to get it up to 350, and as soon as it gets up to 350, I'm going to put it in and start baking it. And we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so the oven is heated up to 350 and our bread's raised up. I'm just going to put it in there and bake it. It says to bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer on 30 and then that's when I'll check it again. And I'll be back in about 30 minutes to see how it turns out. Okay, so I've removed the bread from the oven, took it out of the pans, and buttered the top of it and set it on a cooling rack. And this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that. Top view. Here's how it looks down the sides. So I'm just going to turn it completely around. Here's the other side. And the other butt ends. And that's what they look like. Hopefully, cut them open and try them. They should be really good. All right, thank you.